Well, hello everybody. Happy Tuesday. It has been a phenomenal day here so far. Plentiful amounts of sunshine, maybe a few fair weather clouds mixed in, but really nothing of note on our Max Storm Tracker. Now, compared to yesterday, significantly warmer, double digits across the region. The only exception, Galena, only seeing a 9-degree temperature increase. But even right now, sitting in the middle to even upper 20s, 31 degrees down in Sterling Rock Falls, as winds out of the southwest are allowing warmer air to be moved in over the region. Now, winds are somewhat on the strong side, near 10 to even 16 miles per hour, so wind chills are still a bit of a factor, but compare that to this weekend, and hey, I will gladly take a wind chill sitting at that 16-degree mark. Now, through the remainder of today, topping out near 36 degrees, mostly sunny conditions with a sunset time of 4:25, and that's actually rather significant because today we are slowly but surely going to start to see an increase in our sunset times, as yesterday we had the earliest sunset pretty much for the entire year at 4:24. Today, 4:25 is our sunset, but it's not going to be the shortest day yesterday, as our days are still going to continue to get shorter until about Sunday. So with that in mind, it is definitely good to see our sunsets getting later, because in a week, sitting at 4:28, 4:33 then for us toward the end of December, and by January 6th, getting up to a high, or not high, but our sunset will drop to 4:39, which is definitely something I think all of us are going to be looking forward to. Now, getting back into some weather headlines. Today, going to get down to a low right around 29 or so degrees. Definitely a two-blanket kind of night, but not too bad considering our normal low for this time of year sits right around that 20-degree mark. Progressing on into our Wednesday, we are going to have some clouds earlier on, but by the afternoon, warm air will move in overhead along with drier air, so that is going to move out any sort of cloud cover. And that's going to allow sunshine to make its return, with temperatures topping out once again in the middle to upper 30s. So overall, another pleasant Wednesday to spend outside. If you have any plans, still want to have your winter coat or, your long sleeves, your typical winter attire, but overall, don't have to worry too much about it. Now, heading into Thursday, it is going to be the warmest day out of the bunch by far, as highs will get back into those mid-40s. However, you'll notice that's going to be short-lived, because a quick shot of cool air will come overhead Friday, but just as quick as that came, it'll go, because heading on to our Saturday, temperatures are set to bounce back. Now, this is for a very good reason, as an upper-level low-pressure system is set to make its way across the north as we get into the remainder of Wednesday night into our Thursday morning. And with that in mind, we are going to see some rain start to develop kind of out in front of a cold front as we get into Thursday morning, and by the afternoon, still think we'll be seeing some rain earlier on, but the bulk of the system will move off, and in its place, maybe even a few flurries as cold air starts to filter in overhead. So the high temperature in the mid-40s are likely going to come in the middle to even late morning, but by the afternoon, that cold air will start to filter in overhead as wind shifts to be more out of the west to northwest. So at 4 o'clock on Thursday, likely back into those mid-30s, and by the evening, likely into those low 20s, and then man, heading overnight, we'll be looking at lows right around that 10-degree mark. So overall, a little bit of a roller coaster when it comes to temperatures. Still though, that 45-degree high on our Thursday is going to do wonders. And with that rain falling, likely going to see a lot of the snow that has been on the ground for quite some time likely go ahead and melt. So the snowpack will likely be gone by the time we get toward our weekend. And speaking of the weekend, bit of a mixed bag, a high of 42 degrees for our Saturday, overnight low of 16, and only up to 26 degrees for our Sunday.